Have you ever noticed how the more available you are, the easier it becomes for people to ignore you? Not openly, not cruelly, just subtly. Slower replies, canceled plans, conversations that feel one-sided. And somehow, you're the one left wondering what changed, replaying every message, asking yourself if you said too much, cared too much, showed up too quickly. But when you stop being available, everything shifts. And the reason they ignore you isn't what you think. It's not because you're not enough. It's because you've made yourself too easy to access. The moment you become constantly reachable, emotionally, physically, psychologically, you remove the tension that creates value. And human behavior, whether we like it or not, responds to tension. Think about it. When you reply instantly every time, when you always say yes, when you're always ready to listen, help, adjust, you believe you're strengthening the connection. But you may actually be teaching people that you'll always be there, regardless of how they treat you. Predictability feels safe, but it also becomes invisible. And invisible things are rarely cherished. Have you ever caught yourself waiting for their message? Checking your phone, pretending you're not thinking about it while thinking about nothing else? That anxiety is the cost of over-availability. You become emotionally invested in their reaction because your presence has no boundaries. And without boundaries, there is no mystery. Without mystery, there is no pursuit. This is why your silence suddenly feels louder than your words. When you withdraw, when you stop reacting immediately, when you choose not to fill every gap, people feel the shift. The same person who took hours to respond now wonders why you haven't. The same person who assumed you'd always be there begins to question your distance. It's not manipulation. It's psychology. We are wired to value what feels limited. We chase what we fear losing. And when you are always there is nothing to lose. But this goes deeper than availability. It's about energy. Every time you over-explain yourself, defend yourself, justify your feelings, or rush to smooth tension, you leak emotional energy. You try to control how you're perceived. You try to avoid rejection. You try to maintain peace at your own expense. Slowly, you train people to see you as the one who adjusts, the one who accommodates, the one who won't walk away. And when someone senses you won't walk away, they stop walking carefully. Ask yourself honestly, when was the last time someone feared losing you? Not dramatically, not through threats, quietly, internally. When was the last time your absence created reflection instead of relief? So you try to be indispensable. But indispensable people are used. Irreplaceable people are respected. The difference is boundaries. When you stop being constantly available, you disrupt the script others have written for you. The friend who only calls in crisis must face their own problems. The partner who relied on your emotional labor must manage their own feelings. The colleague who leaned on you must step up. And some won't like this version of you. They'll call you distant, cold, changed. But what they really mean is that you are no longer convenient. And convenience is addictive. Notice who becomes irritated when you slow down. Notice who tries to provoke you when you don't react. Notice who accuses you of pulling away the moment you create space. Their reaction reveals how much they depended on your predictability. This isn't about punishing anyone with silence. It's about reclaiming your energy. Because energy is finite. Every late-night overthinking session, every replayed conversation, every attempt to decode mixed signals, that is energy spent without return. When you stop being available to everyone, something subtle happens. You become centered. And centered people are hard to ignore, not because they demand attention, but because they don't need it. There is quiet authority in someone who can sit with silence without panicking, someone who can delay a response without guilt, someone who can say no without over-explaining. That authority shifts everything. The irony is this: the moment you stop trying to be seen, you become visible. The moment you stop overgiving, you become valuable. The moment you accept that not everyone will choose you, you stop bending yourself to be chosen. You will lose some connections. You will create distance. You will feel doubt. But if you hold steady, you'll notice something new forming. Respect, not from everyone, but from the right ones. So let me ask you one last question. If you disappeared emotionally for a while, not in anger, not in resentment, but in quiet self-respect, who would step closer and who would step away? The answer will tell you everything you need to know.